So I don't fill that paperwork out like 3 times already.
Okay. So what I'll do, sir, I'm not going to overrule this right now if you haven't attempted to hire private counsel, but I'll give you some additional time so you can hire private counsel, okay? Or at least attempt to. So when we come back to court on your next court date, you need to be ready to tell me what you've done to attempt to hire private counsel,
Yes,
okay?
sir.
Because even at $700 per week, you're above the level,
I got you.
okay? So what I'll do is I'll continue your case until March 3rd, okay? Do you want to hear what the state's offer is?
I can, yes.
Okay. State, what is Mr. Adkins' offer?
The offer for Mr. Adkins is an adjudication of guilt, $270 in court costs, and credit for time served.
I'm currently dealing with a violation of probation,
Okay.
which I'm coming to court on. I got it February 18th.
Is
but-
Mr. Harper representing you in that
I do
case?
represent him on the felony violation probation. I just want to stick with the record. My advice to you is not to take that deal.
Okay. So if Mr. Harper is already representing you on the felony VOP, then I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Does the public defender's office have a conflict?
Yes, Your Honor, we do.
All right. So I will grant the motion to withdraw, and Mr. Harper will be appointed to represent you in this case as well. Okay?
All right, thank you.
If you can prepare the order to withdraw.
Yes, Your Honor.
And send it to me. All right, so what I'll do is I'll continue the case until March 3rd. Meet with Mr. Harper to discuss your case with him, okay?
All right,
All right, thank you.
Plea agreements. We're not going to keep the plea agreements until we get.
Kendra Akins, Lester Allen, Charles Anderson, Kenneth Andrews, and Stephen Arnett. Come on up, sir.
Madam Judge,
Good morning. What's your name, sir?
Lester Allen.
All right, Mr. Allen, you're here today with Ms. Tringus. Ms. Tringus?
Your Honor, we have tried to get him into mental health court, and there was, because his criminal background, his criminal background might not be accurate, so I
Okay.
did reach out to the state to make sure that those, what was showing up in his mental health his mental health evaluation at the jail was accurate. I did email Ms. Sharpless last week, so we're still trying to figure if he can come into mental health court.
Okay, so everyone's working on that?
I would just like to get over with you on. I mean, whatever they decide, I just can't take it no more. I'm about to have a nervous breakdown.
So here's what I'm going to do. Take a seat. I'll recall your case in a little bit so that you can talk with Ms. Tringus. And at least, Ms. Tringus, do you have an offer other than mental health court to discuss with
I do,
him?
Your Honor.
All right. Discuss that with Mr. Allen and see if he wants to do that. If you want to do that, then I'll accept it after.
Yes, sir, I want to
Or I'll
do
we'll talk to Ms. Stringus about your options and make sure you understand what she's trying to do with mental health court. And then I'll call you back up, okay?
Yes, sir.
So just take a seat. Yes, ma'am. What's your name?
Kendra Akins.
All right, Ms. Aiken, you're here on the worthless check charges. You're not represented, correct?
No, sir.
Okay. And where do things stand? I think you've been paying them off?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And where do things stand now?
I made a payment. She said I'm at $550.
Yes, Your Honor, there's about $550 left. We just got a receipt for about $200, so I'm going to put that towards the amount owed.
Okay. And it looks like there are still 3 cases left.
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you asking for a continuance to continue paying on it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will continue the case until March 3rd, okay?
Yes, sir.
At 9 a.m.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Kenneth Andrews.
What's your name?
Kenneth Andrews.
All right, Mr. Andrews, you're here with Ms. Tringus.
Yes.
Your Honor, I did send out a notice of discovery on January 3rd of 2025. As of January 31st, I did not have any video evidence.
State?
Your Honor, the state is waiting to get the name, to get an officer's name before sending discovery in order to receive more video. We sent out a request last week to get videos
What?
from the officers.
So do you have any video right now?
Yes, we need to get that sent out.
Okay, send out whatever video you have now and then track down everything else so that Ms. Tringus can start working on it, okay? So what I'll do, sir, is I'll continue your case until March 3rd at 9 a.m. Be sure you stay in touch with Ms. Tringus so you can start going through the discovery with her, okay? All right, thank you. Justin Asher, Ronald Ashton, Alyssa Avalos. All right, Mr. Ashton, you're here with Ms. Tringus.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm waiting for a telephone conference with Sergeant Zabowski. I did request that on January 29th, 2025. I've also reached out to the state, and they were looking for body cam from inside the residence.
It's not true. They lying.
Okay. Well,
Let Ms. Tringus talk for you, sir, okay?
so I did send out just a second demand as well as a third demand, Your Honor. And the state and I have been in contact, and they're looking for those videos as well.
Okay, so are you
I didn't
asking?
do it. I didn't do it.
Sir, let Ms. Tringus talk for you, okay?
It wasn't me.
Let Ms. Tringus talk for you. Are you asking for a continuance so you can continue that discovery effort?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so I'll continue the case until March 3rd at 9 a.m. Okay, stay in touch with Ms. Tringus, sir.
Judge, the next one is Justin Asher, number 10 on the docket. Full report on 25 MN 72. At this time, he's going to withdraw his previously entered plea, enter a plea of no contest. This will be an adjudication of guilt, $270 in court costs, $100 cost of defense, and he's asking for 120 days to pay those costs.
State's agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, tell me your full name and date of birth.
Justin Asher, July 8th, 1986.
Sir, were you present in court earlier this morning when I advised everyone of the rights that would be given up if you were to enter a plea of no contest today?
No, sir.
Where were you?
Oh, yes, yeah, my bad, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was running around, looking around.
He was, I did talk to him, I don't know.
I saw Mr. Harper in here,
I was
so.
up and down the stairs, so,
Okay. So do you have any questions about those rights?
no, sir.
Do you believe it's in your best interests to enter this plea?
Yes, sir.
Has Mr. Harper answered all your questions?
Yes, sir.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication that affects your ability to understand what we're doing here today?
No, sir.
All right, sir, I will accept the plea. I'll find that it's freely and voluntarily entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty. You'll have to pay $270 in court costs, $100 cost of defense, and you'll have 120 days to pay those costs. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, they'll give you a pay slip so you have them written down. Yes, ma'am. What's your name? Alyssa Avalos? All right. Ms. Avalos, you're here today without an attorney, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's the status of the case?
I paid the ticket already, the first ticket. But the car wasn't mine, so I'm trying to get the insurance.
So it looks like you entered into a deferred prosecution agreement originally, is that right?
Yes.
All right. And what's left to be completed on that deferred prosecution agreement?
Just paying, getting my license. Because I already paid the first one, but I got 3 more case numbers that I gotta pay, tickets. But I paid the first one.
Are you talking about paying the tickets that are suspending your license?
No, I never had a license.
What tickets are you talking about then?
I have the case numbers.
So there are other tickets, not in this case?
Yeah,
Okay. And so those are the reasons that you can't get your license right now?
yeah, because I gotta finish paying those 2 as well.
Okay.
Your Honor, I see that she just needs to pay the deferred prosecution agreement, but I can't check as the internet's not working on my computer.
Okay.
But that is what I saw last was, we just
So-
need her to pay from the deferred prosecution.
I have proof of that.
If she has proof of payment, then we'll take that.
So I don't think you do. The clerk's showing that you owe $200 in this case for the deferred prosecution fee. You might have paid other citations, but you haven't paid the costs in this case. What Ms.
I'll show you what I paid. I might be wrong, I might have.
What Ms. Gearing is telling you is that if you paid the $200 in this case, then the state will do what they need to do and dismiss the case, okay?
Okay,
So I think what you did is you paid other citations,
right, and then pay that. The one-
but you owe the $200 in this case.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So when do you think you can get that paid?
I could pay it today.
Okay, go down to the clerk's office at the end of the hallway, pay it, and bring the receipt back so that we can wrap it all up today, okay?
Okay, sounds
All right,
good.
thank you.
Thank you.
Anthony Avicius, Matthew Babiak, Lucius Baker, Luke Baker, Trevor Barr, Michelle Bowdoin Nolan, and Martha Benjamin. What's your name, sir?
Matthew Babiak.
All right, Mr. Babiak, you're here with Ms. Tringus. Ms. Tringus?
Yes, Your Honor. I did meet with Mr. Babiak at my office, and there's, I would just ask for one continuance so we can talk to the state's witnesses.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, March 3rd at 9 a.m., sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, come on up.
I was just told to pay this $200 fine and then bring the receipt. And you guys.
What's your name?
Trevor Barr. I'm sorry.
Can you get the, Juan, can you get the receipt? Was that in this case?
Yeah.
Did you enter a deferred prosecution in this case? I don't see one.
I don't know. I came here.
Oh, you did, okay. It's just not showing on my docket. So is that the only thing outstanding for this DPA?
Yeah.
This is Trevor Barr. Trevor Barr?
Yes.
Yeah, I just show he needs to pay the $200 for the DPA.
He did.
Yeah, all right. So, the state will go ahead and no process this case based on payment.
All right, sir, that means the case is dismissed, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, this is Ms. Martha Benjamin before the court, 23 MM 2525 and 23 MM 159. If we may approach.
Yes. Ms. Garing?
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
All right, Ms. Benjamin, your next court date's going to be February 17th at 9 a.m., okay? So I'll see you then.
Just for staff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Keith Benson, John Bernhardt, Andrea Bland, Amy Blossman, Henry Bodie. What's your name?
Keith Benson, sir.
All right, sir, you're here with Ms. Tringus?
Yes. Your Honor, Mr. Benson did not show for 2 appointments with me on January 9th and February 16th. We did send a letter of our intent to withdraw as Mr. Benson does not cooperate, so I can prepare a defense in his case.
Okay, Mr. Benson, why haven't you met with Ms. Tringus?
Your Honor, I'm disabled. I get a $1,300 check a month. I'm only allowed to make so much money, and due to the domestic violence injunction I was served over a year and a half ago, I've been living sleeping out of my car, still maintaining work. still volunteering in the community. I was busy. A simple phone call would have helped me, remind me about my appointment with Ms. Tringus. I did not get a phone call. She did schedule 2 appointments. I have not paid the $50 public defender fee.
You don't have to pay the $50 public defender fee before the case is resolved.
Okay. I just need a little bit more help, cooperation. I don't believe I deserve to be here in court to begin with.
Well, she's the person that's appointed to defend you, and she can, to help you, she needs to meet with you.
I understand.
Okay.
I'm
What-
going through a lot right now, trying to survive alone.
I understand. Ms. Tringus, what are you asking for?
Your Honor, I'll be asking for a continuance and also for Mr. Benson to make sure he makes an appointment and attends the appointment before the next court date.
Okay. So what, any objection to a continuance?
No objection, Your Honor.
So I'm going to grant the continuance. This is going to be the last continuance that's granted most likely, okay, sir? So when you leave the courthouse today, you need to drive from here to her office and schedule an appointment to meet with her. And you need to meet with her before your next court date, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so your next court date is March 3rd at 9 a.m.
Yes, sir.
All right,
March
thank
3rd,
you.
9 a.m.
March 3rd, 9 a.m. What's your name, sir?
Andrew Bodie.
What was it?
Henry.
Number 25, Your Honor, on the docket.
Okay. Mr. Bodie, you're here today with Ms. Tringus. Ms. Tringus?
Your Honor, we did send a notice of discovery, and we only received pages 1 through 3. That was as of 1/31. So we're asking for the state to provide the evidence in this case.
State,
Your Honor, the state sent out discovery on the 31st.
to include the videos?
It included everything we had as of right now.
Okay. Do you know if you got any videos?
I didn't have them that last time I went on 131, Your Honor, when I looked, I only have pages 1 through 3.
Okay, so I need everyone to look again and see if maybe that yours has been updated and make sure that you sent everything, okay? So I'll continue the case until March 3rd, and if there are any more discovery issues, we'll address them then. Okay, thank you.
That was 3-3.
Patrick Bradshaw, Caitlin Broxson, Keosha Bryant, Oscar Buenaventura, Ashley Bush, Jamari Bush. What's your name?
Caitlin Broxson.
All right, Ms. Broxson, you're here with Ms. Tringus.
Your Honor, we've been continuing the case so Ms. Broxson could meet with Dr. McDonald. And Your Honor, at this point, Ms. Bronson's going to withdraw her previously entered plea of not guilty and plead no contest to the charges and accept the state's offer, which is an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, $270 in court costs, no trespassing at 51
Roby Drive.
Roby Drive, Mary Esther, Florida, and a $100 cost of defense.
Was this an internal meeting?
It was, Your Honor.
Okay. So it's not one that I ordered?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Broxson, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. Tell me your full name and date of birth.
Caitlin Leanne Broxson, 10/27/88.
All right, ma'am, were you present in court earlier this morning when I advised everyone of the rights that would be given up if you were to enter a plea of no contest today?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about those rights?
No, sir.
Do you believe it's in your best interest to enter this plea and accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Has Ms. Tringus answered all your questions?
Yes, sir.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication that affects your ability to understand what we're doing here today?
No, sir.
All right, I will accept the plea. I'll find that it's freely and voluntarily entered. You'll be adjudicated guilty. You'll be sentenced to the time that you've already served in the county jail. You'll have to pay $270 in court costs, and you can't return to the address announced by Ms. Tringus for a period of 1 year, okay? And then you'll have 90 days to pay the costs, and there's a $100 cost of defense.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. They'll give you a pay slip, ma'am.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you.
Morning.
Keosha Bryant.
Keosha Bryant. All right, Ms. Bryant. You're here with Ms. Tringus. Ms. Tringus.
Yes, Your Honor, this was a violation of probation for financial reasons. And we're asking for a continuance so she can continue paying what is outstanding.
State?
No objection, Your Honor.
When was the VOP issued? Or when was her first court date after the VOP, do you know? Okay. So I'll continue the case until March 3rd. It looks like her first court date wasn't until December. March 3rd at 9 a.m., okay?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. What's your name?
Jamari Bush.
All right, Mr. Bush, you're here with Ms. Tringus?
Yes, ma'am. How are you doing?
Your Honor, I'm asking for a continuance so Mr. Bush can meet with me.
Already did it.
You already paid everything?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a violation of probation, Your Honor. It's scheduled for an evidentiary, and it does appear that he has paid everything. May I show this to the state?
Okay. I'm sorry, there's something dinging coming from over here. Is it coming from your left probation? Okay. Whatever it is, it needs to be turned down because I can't hear.
Yes, ma'am. You told me just